Today's video is going to be all about why I chose the Peloton bike instead of the Beachbody bike. Here's a screenshot of my profile, black_belt ninja. Y'all can add me, I'll add it in the description below. The other one's my husband if you want to add him, but so far he does not ride. Alright, so I've been asked by a bunch of people why I chose to do the Peloton bike versus the Beachbody bike. Because if you're not aware, Beachbody has came out with I think it's NYX bike. They partnered with another biking program. And I'm a Beachbody coach. I love shakeology. I love the things that it does for me. And yeah, so why did I choose Peloton over Beachbody? By the way, if you want me to do a video about shakeology or about Beachbody things in general, leave a comment below and I can always do that next time. Anyways, so the reason I chose Peloton really came down to the fact that I did not like to prepay for my workout program. I already pay a subscription every year to Beachbody. I did not want to buy this bike and then be stuck waiting for the bike programs to come out. Now, yeah, you could get the VIP access and gain them sooner than later, but I didn't want to do that. I refuse to buy a Beachbody program early. It's just how I am. If you have me as a coach, you know that I'm more than willing to sell it to you if you want, but I think it's worth the wait. There's enough programs out there. There's nothing in any of the programs that make me feel like I can't wait the amount of time until they came out. So that was number one. I'm gonna change rooms because that light behind me is driving me crazy in the video. So hang on a second. All right, we'll see if this room is any different. That's my vision board for my weight loss journey. Also, if you want to see a comment for that, or a video for that, leave a comment below because, you know, I don't know what y'all want if I don't know. Anyways, so that was number one. I don't want to pay to get VIP access on a bike that I just spent over $1,000 on. Not my cup of tea, right? So point number two was that I wanted an app that already had the bike program in it. I didn't want to have to work out the bugs. I didn't want to have to wait for programs. I know Beachbody has the BODI, the Body On Demand Interactive now. We'll get to that in like the next number that I talk about. I didn't want to wait around to be the next big thing. I wanted something that was already up and running. And Peloton has been around since, I think when I looked it up, it was like 2012 or 2014. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. You don't need to correct me. But they kind of have it all together. I watched a lot of reviews and a lot of good things were said about the program and the instructors. I tried a few of the Beachbody On Demand Interactive, which kind of goes into our third one. If you guys can't tell, each number gets its own video. That way if I mess it up, I only have to redo a certain part, right? So, number three, the interactive. I don't want to have to pay on top of my normal membership. Now, some might argue with this because if you have the Peloton app, it's one price. If you have the bike or the tread, it's another price. But, like, it's all built in. The Beachbody, you had to have the Nutrition Plus, which I understand they've renamed it so that it's not nutrition only, it has the interactive. But I didn't like that. I didn't like the feel that money came before my priority, my journey. And I didn't like that, to be honest. So those were the top three reasons that I went with the Peloton instead of going with the Beachbody bike. Now, I was prepared for a change because I have been doing Beachbody on and off for years, and really since February, almost every day. I've completed 5 different programs. I did half of another program, but my body just could not handle it. I ended up going to the doctor in so much pain, so I had to quit that, and my motivation kind of left. And the one thing that I always tell people is that motivation doesn't keep you going, it's your determination. So the example I always give is that when you light a candle, the fire on the candle is the motivation. When you blow the candle out, the fire goes away and your motivation leaves. Well, you can light a candle with just the smoke that the candle has from its fire, and that smoke represents the determination. So if you have no motivation, your determination will still be there. Your motivation can be restarted. However, you have to want success more than you want failure. You have to remind yourself why you're doing it and ask yourself if it's still worth it and things like that. So once I got, I want to say injured, but my body didn't like the last program that I did, I stopped doing it, and I couldn't fall in love with another program. I just was kind of in this slump. I was doing oddball things, not really in like a day-to-day set program, and I felt like Beachbody, it didn't have what I needed right then and there. And before my determination, that smoke on the candle left and my motivation couldn't be relit, I had to find something to start up my fire again. So that's where Peloton came in. Beachbody had a bike. I started looking around. One of my family members has a Peloton and they really liked it. And so I just jumped the gun. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try this Peloton app. The first time I downloaded it, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was overwhelming. They have thousands of rerun workouts along with like 14 different live or encore workouts each day that are scheduled. An encore class is just a rerun class, but the leaderboard is like reset so that you can do the class live with that leaderboard. Leaderboard is, I love it. I'm competitive, so I absolutely love the leaderboard. Anyways, I was overwhelmed the first time I downloaded the Peloton app. I didn't know what to do, I didn't know where to go. So I left it alone, went back to Beachbody for a little bit, kind of just heat and hot. I did the Let's Get Up. I completed like 3 weeks of that, and I loved that program. However, it wasn't enough for me. Like, I felt like I was losing my definition in my abs that I worked so hard for. I felt like my legs were toning, but they weren't really getting strong like I want them to. And so I have expectations, and that program just wasn't lining up with my expectations along my journey. So again, I needed to find something else. Well, I logged back into the Peloton app, and I decided, you know what, if I went to the gym and I was part of a class, they usually have, Mondays is this, Tuesdays is this focus. And so I sat down and I came up with a 10-day rotation of my workouts. So once I had my rotation down, it was much easier to go into the Peloton app, and I was able to not just select which workout I wanted that day, but I could also do what's called stacked. So I could schedule, not really schedule, because schedule is different. You put a time on it, but you just line up the workouts that you want to do. And you can have up to 10 workouts in the stacked area. When you're ready, you just turn on the app, or I put it on my Peloton bike and I just start my stacked classes and I just go through those for the day. When I'm done, I'm done. And it makes it super easy and super fast. I found that really worked out well for me. We've only had the Peloton bike for a week, but I've been using the Peloton app for about 2.5 weeks now, and I fell in love. I'm completely addicted to the bike. Like, I have to remind myself that I need to take breaks and that it's not a cycle day, because otherwise I would do it nonstop. I have to remind myself that I don't need to do 2 workouts on the bike every day, and force myself to go aside and do my second workout, because I love the bike. But on top of that, I love the strength program that they have. They have so many different strength classes, whether you're working on upper body or lower body. I love the core. They have 5 and 10-minute core classes. I'm not kidding you. They are no joke. Like some of them are easy, but some of them are super hard. And then at the end, you get to rate the class. So you rate it on the overall, the playlist, the instructor, the streaming, and then the difficulty. And whether you liked it or not, you give it a plus or a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I think there's only been 2 classes that I don't like. And to be honest, those 2 classes that I did not like, I just don't like the instructor. And it has nothing to do with a specific instructor. It's just that they don't match my personality. I don't want an instructor that's kind of like laughing and playing around and dancing to the music. I mean, that's fine and good once in a while, but not the entire workout. Like, I need an instructor that looks me in the eyes and says, hey, you're gonna give up? I don't think so. You have it in you. It's 20 more seconds. What do you think you're doing slowing down? Let's get going. Come on, the break's coming up. Like, I need someone in my face pushing me, because otherwise I'm gonna be like, yeah, my body's tired. I don't want to do this anymore. 10 minutes left. It's fine. I got enough. Like, so it was just a conflict of personality through the instructor. However, there are instructors that I absolutely love. Like Jess Sims. If Jess Sims ever watches this video, like, pretty sure I'm in love with her. Like, she's my favorite of all time. There's a Maddie M. I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce his name. He's really good. Ironically, those 2 do more tread workouts, which goes to one of the cons on the Peloton. You can't do a tread workout on the bike. However, I could do it on the TV down there because the app is on there, but then I don't get the leaderboard and I don't get to see who's doing it with me. So not the biggest. However, Jess Sims does do the boot camps on the bike. The boot camps are my favorite. Yeah, and Robin's amazing. Like, all of these different instructors have their own thing, but it really feels like they took the personal, one-on-one personal trainer aspect and the class aspect when you go to a group workout, and they combined it all in one in your own home. Like, I don't know how they did it. I don't know. I mean, you obviously can figure out how they stream it through the bike, but just the atmosphere that it creates is just, it's amazing. So anyways, I feel like I rambled on and on about the Peloton. Obviously, I'm in love. Obviously, I'm still a coach for Beachbody. So in the description below, I will post some information for you. I will post a link for Beachbody if you're interested in looking around or trying out their shakes. If you don't have a coach, I am always welcome to have more people. If you're a lady, we do have a morning accountability. Even if you don't work out in the morning and you still want that workout accountability group, it's a fantastic group that I started. There's like 30 of us in there. We just post our workouts every day, keep each other accountable, kind of check in on one another, things like that. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to comment below and I will get in contact with you to add you in there. And then I believe I have a Peloton referral code. If you use that referral code, you get $100, and so do I. And you can use that on things like shoes or apparel or accessories for the bike or the tread or just Peloton in general. If you're a healthcare worker, a firefighter, a first, I lost all my words, guys. A first responder, there we go. They do have a discount. Now, you do have to prove that you are what you say you are, so you can't say, oh, I'm a nurse and just get the discount. But it definitely, it's worth it. And you can't use the healthcare discount with the referral code, but you can still add the referral code so that they know that you were referred by me. And I do still get credit, I'm not gonna lie, still get credit if you put that referral code in there. So you can't double up, but you can put it in there as well. If you use that healthcare worker discount, you do have to talk to a representative. I just did it through chat. I chatted with them like all day long. I'm not even gonna lie, the guy was amazing. And yeah, so I know if you're watching this far, you're probably like, well, I heard Peloton has really long wait lines. I would definitely check it out. Be really nice to the representative when you talk to them. Order it through the chat, because then you talk to a person and they're able to kind of look around rather than just automated system. I got my Peloton bike within 3 days. I know there's people who are like still waiting for their Peloton, so I don't want to like brag or say it too loud. My bike came before my shoes and my accessories came. And I think part of that was because they already had a delivery in my area scheduled, so they just threw my bike on while they delivered it. So yeah, so like I said, I went on about Peloton way more than I planned to. I don't have anything bad to say about Beachbody. I'm still a coach. I still plan on using Shakeology for the long term. I still plan on being a coach. My workout journey just has changed, and I needed to migrate and do something different. Something really cool that I'm going to share while I'm on this video is those shoes back there. That's 200 miles that I have ran or walked this year. Now, when I did that, I made it so that it was 200 outside miles, and I did not think I was going to achieve it. But it's October 1st, and I already hit it. So I'm super excited and pumped about that. So, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope this video helped.